And if I want to speak a little bit more about how the life is going there, I will focus first for the economical situation. After 2011, so the currency of the Syrian pounds grant from 50 to 400. So you can imagine how the prices get up. And to give you just an image, so for the bread, for example, we used to have a bread for the day for 10 pounds. And now we have to pay about 100 or 150 to have the bread, only this. And that affects everything. And for the other way, for the fuel, for example, so the fuel grant about 10 times price, and the transportation, it becomes more and more difficult. So to get the bus, for example, we used to pay about five pounds, and now we pay about 75 pounds in the same bus and the same transportation. So what I speak about that just to let you know that with this, all the prices get up and the life become more and more difficult.
It is also important to remember that the vast majority of the people are still in the region, and if they had a choice, they would rather stay there because they would like to go home eventually. And there is a concern that the support for work, the international piece of it, will be, because there's only so much a parish can raise, there's only so much a community, and obviously if they're sponsoring a family, they may not be able to do something else. So that's something to keep in mind.
Okay. In Jordan, most of the fund for the GRS is coming from the church, from Rome, and from CGI also. But in many cases, which we couldn't get the fund because maybe sometimes because of the urgency of the case or for any other circumstances, we were depending on the partners, the local partners in Jordan, and we could succeed in many cases to achieve the need for the people through those local people or local organizations.
I think something that is very, very important is political will. And there is bullying in the school for Syrian refugees. There are checkpoints that prevent students to go to school. There is lack of transportation for children. One of the mental pictures I had is like the minibuses full of kids. Like you couldn't believe how many kids on top of the other. And then the school bags in front, in the how do you say, in the front and the back of the bus, like mini vans. So there is the will of the students to go. Now, for to renew their status in Lebanon, every family has to go through a very complex process that requires hundreds of dollars that they don't have. And if they don't have that, families stop moving to avoid checkpoints. Now, the children's school go more easily through the checkpoints, but it's not easy to send them. And the other point is the exams that they do to enter school. They advertise the exams sometimes within 2 days, notice, extremely difficult exams that make it very hard for Syrians to pass, as I understand. So, I think there is at all levels, informal or accelerated learning programs are important. Sometimes the school delays the start date by months, but I think it's very, very important to advocate to the local governments in Jordan and in Lebanon to make the access easier or even possible for my children.